Federal Reserve injects 168 billion, greater than entire BTC market capitalization. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
And welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel, guys. In today's episode we're going to do something very special and to see where are those markets that we're discussing about going in the next period of time, and what could and should we expect from them, and what should we do if the price starts to continue going on the way to the downside, which could be the possible case. And now let's begin. So in front of us we can see over here Bitcoin chart together with the S&P chart, which are very similar. The reason why we're doing this video is because many other financial experts, traders, and many other people in the crypto space, YouTubers, influencers, whatever, are discussing about big correlation the Bitcoin has with the S&P 500. Now we can see some very interesting correlation since we went into this bear market in 2018 in the Bitcoin, and after that many things started to actually follow with the S&P 500. As we can see over here, this big drop over here that the S&P had, we also in December 24th had the slump where we went from $6,000, if you remember, all the way to 3,200 level of support on the Bitcoin chart. After that, Bitcoin and S&P had very good similarities, as we can see over here. After this pump also we had over here, and right now we had this pump as we had over here, and right now we are standing on this dump as the S&P also. Now this correlation that we're mentioning is very important to mention and to discuss about, because very bad and interesting stuff are happening in the financial markets right now and could lead the Bitcoin to crash very bad, because Bitcoin has never been in recession before, and as we know we are already in recession, which we are about to discuss in the next video. Federal Reserve injects 168 billion, greater than entire BTC market capitalization. After several days of plunging markets, the US Federal Reserve added 168 billion into the economy, a total higher than all money currently invested in Bitcoin. This actually means Federal Reserve is trying to lift the prices of the stock market, so we will not enter the bear market, which is probably very imminent. You remember this, that the printing money will not solve the problems in the financial markets on the long-term perspective. Many situations when we had the printing money is the just solution until the next print of money and until the next crash. The problem is that the stock market is in big bubble and it will pop sooner or later. We are in bull market since 2009. Usually approximately bull markets last 4 to 5 years max, maybe even 6, but we are here already 10 years, and of course this will crash. Now the question is, how bad will this crash and how bad will recession be? Is it going to be like a depression that we had in 2008? We don't know that, so even the Federal Reserve don't know that. We will see how long will they have money to print, how much more debt will we go into until we see the big pop of this big bubble, and how deep we will plunge on the way to the downside. An overnight offering saw the New York's Fed trading desk fill $123 billion in bids. Earlier this week, the Fed increased the size of the offerings from 100 billion to at least 150 billion for overnight repurchase agreement, and from 20 billion to at least 45 billion. They injected more than one whole market capitalization than the Bitcoin has right now. This is insane. Now just think about how much your money is losing in value just for them to pump a little bit on the stocks and trying to artificially get back all things on the track just temporarily, and after that the same thing will happen. How much did your money actually lose value since 2008? Think about this. And of course, let's add a little bit oil on fire. Our pathetic, slow-moving Federal Reserve, headed by Jay Powell, who raised rates too fast and lowered too late, should get our Fed rate down to the levels of our competitor nations. They now have as much as a 2-point advantage, with even bigger currency help also stimulate. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. They're actually racing in how much money, when, and will they actually print out. This is incredible to watch, and after that they are telling you that the Bitcoin is scam. Remember, the maximum amount of the Bitcoin that could be actually printed out is 21 million, not single Bitcoin over that. Remember what actually has the value, Bitcoin or the worthless paper that they are printing non-stoply, just artificially hold the economy for a few more months or maximum a year, and after that you all know what will happen. Now the whole correlation between these two is very bad. As we can see here on the weekly chart, Bitcoin has never been in recession. It never existed in that time when we had at least previous recession. So we do not know how the Bitcoin will actually react on the recession. One also very important thing that we need to mention here on the weekly chart, Bitcoin has never been below this 200 weekly exponential moving average. Never ever. So we don't know how the Bitcoin will actually react if the Bitcoin starts breaking this level of support. So this is very important to watch and observe how the Bitcoin will react on all of this, on all these crises that we have, this crash on the stock markets, and if the Bitcoin actually will continue to be in correlation with the stock market and to follow its steps. As we can see over here, we are not that far from this 200 weekly exponential moving average. So if something happens for us to fall all the way down to the $6,500 or $6,100, whatever, we need to see how the Bitcoin will react. But not everything is black. Also, we need to understand that the Bitcoin is coming to a halving, which will help the price growing up and keep us far away from this 200 weekly exponential moving average. This is why it's also very important for you to save your money and start investing when the markets are down in depression, let's say like that. Also, one very important thing that you need to understand, recessions are not bad. They're making many people millionaires. Why? Because many of them are saving money. After that is everything cheap, everything is down, and they're just buying it for almost no money. So this is why for you is also important, as I mentioned, to save money and have to invest in Bitcoin, real estate, stocks, bonds, futures, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you save some money. Dollar cost averaging also right now, because it will pay off on the long term. Always think about long term. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something new, and I hope you will react as a professional investor in these markets, especially in crypto markets where everything is too volatile, because at the end of the road we are making money with the volatile markets, not with the stagnation, right? I want to ask you if you can just hit that like and subscribe button. It really means to us to build up this channel. And also I want to thank every single each last one of you for watching our videos, ladies and gentlemen. As and always, until the next video, happy trading and goodbye.